Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we have a short news update video for Modern Warfare 3. So yesterday, Sledgehammer Games had a bunch of developers sit down with a content creator by the name of Repullze, and they were basically just sitting on his live stream and having a chat about Modern Warfare 3. It was cool because it really seemed like they were able to talk about anything. Typically, when you hear things from developers or publishers or what have you, they're under like strict NDAs. They have certain things they'll talk about, certain things they won't talk about. It really seemed like they were able to answer virtually every question that was posed to them, and we learned a lot about Modern Warfare 3, not only in the development sense, but also what is going to be coming to the game in the future, and I wanted to discuss what we learned from that live stream here in this video. So first things first, Modern Warfare 3 will indeed have the same prestige system that we had in Modern Warfare 2. It's going to be a completely seasonal prestige system. It seemed like they wanted a traditional prestige system in the game, but they just were not able to do it for whatever reason, and yeah, so it turns out Modern Warfare 3 is going to have the same nonsense seasonal prestige they talked about in the past in their blog post, that as we get closer to Season 1, we're going to hear more about the, quote, prestige system, but it turns out that system is going to be the same one that we had in Modern Warfare 2, the same one that we had in Vanguard, same one as Cold War, and the same one as Modern Warfare 2019. So, not the best way to start the video off. I wanted to put that up here right at the very beginning, because I'm sure many of you are wondering about prestige, and I know I was. The news isn't good, but regardless, at least now we know. Next up, weapon tuning changes are coming soon, and they said that they are very much aware of the fact that submachine guns feel very weak right now, which is one of the things I said on day one. Like, SMGs just do not feel good in this game. Maybe when you're like 2 feet away from people, but other than that, SMGs feel incredibly weak, which some people say it's because of the maps. The maps that we have here in Modern Warfare 3 are quite large compared to what we've had in recent years, but I think it comes down to even more than that. I think it comes down to the fact that SMGs just are not powerful, because even in the OG Modern Warfare 2, going back to the original Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, these are games that had large maps and submachine guns were viable. I really don't feel like they are right now in Modern Warfare 3, and Sledgehammer Games is going to be addressing that, as well as a number of other concerns when it comes to weapon tuning in a future update. We don't have an exact timeline of that as of right now, but it will be coming. They said also during the live stream that aim assist, one of the biggest things that people have been talking about lately, aim assist is what they consider to be in an okay place. That's exactly the quote right there, an okay place. They want to look at it closer, but they've also said that aim assist is actually very annoying to work with, because there's so many different kinds of aim assist that they have in the game, and they have to try to make it all work together. Like, we have dynamic and linear and all that stuff, so they kind of just wish that we had one kind of aim assist, therefore it'd be a lot easier to tune. But right now they think it's in okay place. It did not say it was in a great place, and so chances are aim assist may actually get tweaked in the near future. Continuing on here, they talked about the experimental playlist. I talked about that in my recent video. I love the experimental playlist. They're going to continue to use it, is what they said. They're going to continue to test out different things via the experimental playlist. Right now they're testing out player outlines, but in the future they may try out things like tweaking health regeneration. They may look at things like a slower time to kill, a faster time to kill. Like, basically they can just try everything with the experimental playlist, and I'm a big fan of that. I absolutely love that we have that here in the game, and I'm happy to hear that they're actually going to be using it going forward. I was a bit concerned when I first saw the experimental playlist that we were going to get like one update to it, 2 updates to it, and then they were basically just going to remove it eventually. Nah, dude, I want that thing there the entire year, and going forward as we go into Treyarch's game next year and then whatever games after that, I would love to see the experimental playlist always being there so that the devs can test out things with the community and the games can get faster updates as a result. It's a really great idea, and I'm happy to hear that they have plans to continue utilizing it. Next up here, speaking of the health regeneration, they say that quick fix may be coming in the future. They say they're not opposed to having it really whatsoever, and we will be getting different perks as we go throughout Modern Warfare 3's life cycle, like new combat vests, new gloves, new boots, or whatever. Quick fix may be coming in the future. They say they're not opposed to it, and they think if it will work in the game, then they're going to add it to the game. It just kind of goes back to what they were talking about with the idea of health regeneration. In a game with a slower time to kill, it really feels like if you win your first gunfight, you can't win your second one because it takes too long for your health to go from, 20 back up to 150 before you get into that next gunfight. So having a quick fix thing in there, maybe having more manual healing. I know the stim is there as an option, but I mean, going back to Black Ops 4, stim was just built into your class essentially. So I don't know, they need to do something about health regeneration, especially in objective game modes, especially with things like skill-based matchmaking happening, because it's pretty rare you get to pick off one person and then you just don't see anybody before your health completely regenerates. So it's nice to see the quick fix may be coming to the game in the future. And on top of that, they also have a list of updates that they want to make to the firing range. Apparently the the firing range is bugged right now and the dummies only have 100 health instead of 150. They have a, quote, list of updates that they want to add. And I'm just straight up telling you guys right now, they need to have a firing range that is akin to what we saw in X-Defiant, which, by the way, what happened to X-Defiant? Has anyone heard anything about that game in a while? They're probably waiting until 2024 at this point to finally release the game. But regardless, the firing range in X-Defiant is great. You can test out everything. Like, it pretty much like puts those like numbers content creators like out of a job when you're able to test out recoil patterns and damage ranges and everything just like right there in the game. Like, why don't we have that in COD? It really doesn't make sense whatsoever. This is supposed to be like the premier shooter game out there, yet our firing range is literally useless. You basically go in there to test out recoil. That's like pretty much all you can do in there. So they're going to be updating it, although I would not get my hopes up for it being great like the X-Defiant firing range. I have a feeling it's going to be more like they fix it so it's 150 health and then like, I don't know, you can like have armor, maybe more places to mount. I don't know. I have a feeling they're not going to do a whole lot with it. I mean, even COD Mobile has a great firing range, but then, you know, the most recent CODs don't, and just, it doesn't make sense to me. And last but not least here, we have one thing that will be coming to the game and something that might be coming to the game. So what will be coming to Modern Warfare 3 in the future will be a stamina bar so that you can like track how much tac sprint you have left. Sliding is not going to affect it. Like, basically it's going to show your stamina and like how much sprint you have left in your tac sprint and stuff like that. It's going to be a UI update, basically. Nothing really too crazy, but it will be helpful. And again, that will be coming to Modern Warfare 3. But in the future, they might be adding a camo that you can get if you've already earned Orion camo on Modern Warfare 2 weapons and Interstellar on Modern Warfare 3 weapons. Apparently that was the plan from the start, but they ran into issues. They wanted to do it, but they just simply did not have time to complete it, and they said they may revisit that in the future. So again, I'm not going to hold my breath on that, but it would be nice if you're somebody who got Orion and Interstellar in the multiplayer, you should get something for that. I'm just saying. And if you go through and you get the mastery camos in zombies for the Modern Warfare 2 weapons and the Modern Warfare 3 weapons, and maybe there should be an extra camo on top of that as well for you to get. That would be pretty cool. That would be something they should add, but the fact that it wasn't there at launch makes me think it's probably not going to be coming. But then again, we have seen camos be added post-launch like Obsidian and things like that, so it's entirely possible we might get that in the future. But ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much does it for what we learned from that live stream. Again, I'll try to put a link to it down there in the description if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. I believe it's a VOD on Twitch, but I'll go ahead and try and find that for you guys. If not, I'm going to link you guys to Charlie Intel, and then Charlie Intel will basically break it all down bite size, kind of like I did here in this video today. So there you guys have it, some news and some updates in regards to Modern Warfare 3. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you all so much for listening. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.